Lack of sleep delays your success. Okay, I'll tell you 3 interesting facts about sleeping, okay? Humans are the only mammals that delays the sleep. Humans spend about 1/3 of their life sleeping. And I'll tell you one more thing. 1 out of every 4 married couple sleep on separate beds. Why? Just why? Anyway, getting back to the subject. Back in the days when I actually started my business, I was working pretty much 14 to 16 hours every day. Every day. I remember one day, I went up to 2.5 days without sleep. 2.5 days. There's no sleep. Straight on. It was like a war, right? So the thing is, it took a big toll on my health. But I'll tell you, your creativity goes down. The decision-making skills goes down. Your brain literally loses its motor skills. Okay, that means it's not functioning anymore, right? You're like a zombie. Your just eyes are open, but your eyes are open and the body functions, but you're barely able to process whatever the things that you're seeing. You're pretty much hallucinating, and you can you'll start seeing the visualization. Okay, so this was my personal experience when you mess with your sleep. So you don't want to do that. I'll tell you the immediate benefits of sleep. Okay, see, the thing is, I mean, when you get a good sleep, you have a better energy, you'll wake up fresh, all of that is there. But I'll tell you what are the immediate benefits that you will be able to get when you sleep better. Most people, when they wake up with so much of blues in their head. That means it's just there is no mood to socialize. You're always angry. You're just pissed off with something, pissed off with everybody, and you're just basically angry at the world, right? So you will not wake up with that kind of a mood. That mood is like so much filled with negative, and there are high chances for you to push up your stress in the morning. And stress is something that you don't want to attract in the morning. So make sure you get a good amount of sleep. That's the first thing. The second thing is that your creativity will skyrocket when you have a good amount of sleep. Because when you sleep, there is a neuron patterns in your mind that connections gets reset every night when you get a good amount of sleep. That means it's not just about being healthy, but also your brain is restoring its plasticity in your sleep. And the next thing is, it increases your focus. And I'll tell you, some days when I don't necessarily get my sleep, when I try to sit on my computer, when I'm just trying to work, do anything, I would not be able to go beyond 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 to the max. And that's it. After that, my brain will literally be craving for some cocaine. Not cocaine, I mean, caffeine, right? I mean, well, you get the point. Like, how do you sleep? I'm going to give you 5 things. I'm going to give you 5 important tips for you to get a good amount of deep sleep. The first one, what I want to tell you is, aim for the quality. People always get so much stuck in what time they went to bed and what time they wake up, and that is all they calculate. But what about the depth? The depth is something that nobody is actually paying attention. So it's all about the depth. So if you can wake up without an alarm at a specific time and you're just feeling so fresh, and that means you pretty much got a good sleep. And if you had a dream, then most likely you've had a good sleep. Okay, so always aim for the quality and not for the quantity. Okay, you could be sleeping 8 hours or 10 hours with a lot of tossing and turning, but then there is no depth in it. Then there is no point. Okay, that's the first one. The second one, sleep in your favorite position for you to instantaneously fall asleep. Okay, so sleep in your favorite position. Me personally, I like to sleep in a running position. I like to keep a pillow under my thighs, one under my thighs and one on my head. So that gives me a good instantaneous sleep. Third one, invest in good mattress. Make sure that your mattress is a little bouncy, but make sure that it's not getting too hot because of the body temperature, because the mattress tends to get a little hot because of the absorption of the human heat, and because of that could mess with your sleep because you're all sweaty and it kind of be messy. Okay, so always look for bouncy, but at the same time make sure that it's not very hot. Number 4 is keep your room temperature very optimum. Certain skin will be able to take a lot of cold temperature, and there are certain skin will be able to take a hot temperature, and then maybe you need to set your temperature accordingly. Okay, so maybe this is why married people sleep separately, because of the temperature. Anyway, that's the 4th one. And the 5th one, have a bedtime ritual. When I say bedtime ritual, right, just before you go to bed, there are few things that you will do. But the only thing is, like, when you get too carried away with whatever the things that is happening, then that has a greater chance for you to, mess with your sleep, which you don't want it. So during that period, what do is, the first thing that I would tell you is have a good evening ritual. That means if your bedtime is at 10 o'clock anywhere from 5:30, 6 o'clock, from that 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, that 4 hours, right? Last 3 or 4 hours of your every day should be pretty much patternized in a certain way. That means in your living room, in your living room, try to keep the lights creamer. That means it's more warmer and it's not white. You know, the white bright tube lights, that's like, ready to make a shoot. I'm not just talking about the room lights, but I'm also talking about your gadgets, your laptop, your computer, your phones. Make sure that you turn on the warm lights on, like in every device that you use, okay? In tabs, in everything, okay? Warm lights on after 5 o'clock, after 6 o'clock. That's the first. The second one is get a good amount of stretching so that this enhances your blood flow. Then it aids you to sleep. Don't eat a lot of food. Don't eat a lot of food. Don't stuff yourself up to the brim that you are feeling suffocated. This has a direct effect on your sleep. And the next one is don't drink too much. If you're drinking, like, don't drink too much, because it's gonna leave you dehydrated, and in between your sleep you might want to wake up for a pee, or you might want to wake up for drinking water. Last and the most effective one for you to get the best sleep of your life, right? Click on the subscribe button, give me the like, do the share, and click on all the buttons and see how your sleep is going to be so much better. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Peace.